I haven't made one of these challenges in a while. Plant vs Zombies Neighborhood Defense has a lot of plants. And, well, by the title, you can tell that we're gonna be gambling, which you should not do. But in this case, I think we should. And well, there's a lot of plants, and sometimes it's hard to decide which plant to use. So let a wheel decide it. Decide our fate, you can say. The question is, which plant will be picked the most though? And I want you to think about that throughout the video, because holy cow, this challenge makes some levels like level 3 hard and level 67 easy. But let's just talk about the rules real quick. So the entire premise of the challenge is that it's random, and I can get any plant anytime. I'll spin 8 times on the wheel to get 8 random plants, and I can range from anything really. But if I lose in a level, I can respin the wheel for a different plant. But let's begin. Snow King? Okay. Oh my gosh. I gotta use the magic like Grey Buster costume. Are we on the first level? Oh my dude. Wait, but Sunstream can't work without Coffee Bean. Okay. Yo. Give me one more mushroom and I will literally throw my mouse at the computer. Okay, wait, whoa. Okay, kinda saved the run, low-key. Bowling ball might go, kinda saved the run. Dark garlic drone. Okay. Oh my, yes! The run is saved! Okay, so Sunstream and Scaredy are actually useful in level 1. Or level 3, I guess, we're starting at. Thank you! Does he need Coffee Bean? I don't know if Nightshade need Coffee Bean. This lineup felt more like the Good Morning achievement than anything. And you'd be surprised that the fact that I lost 2 lawnmowers on the first level of the challenge is actually disappointing. Now, this low cortisol team is definitely fun, because the first plant is already useless, so yay. And every other plant is just weird, like, genuinely, like, what is this lineup? No insta beside Coffee Bean. And the problem with Coffee Bean that, well, I need Coffee Bean for Sunstream and Scaredy, but Scaredy isn't known for being the best. And the other plants are just too expensive. Like, genuinely Nightshade and Snow King and Bowling Ball are way too much to get to. But other than that though, Paper Throwers sucked. But it's okay though, because Scary Shrooms are cheap-ish. They cost 75 because Coffee Bean, but they're cheap enough, we will say. But this level is possible with this whack lineup. Yay, level 5! Now you're probably thinking, how bad is level 5? Well, level 5 is sadly impossible. Without sunflowers, at least. And the question is, what makes Paper Thrower annoying? Is it because he's tanky? No? Is it because he has paper and he throws said paper? Yes. Yes, it is. And the problem is that my lineup is, interesting to say the least. It's more chopped than the last lineup, which I don't even know how that's possible, but okay. So the plants we got are Chomper, Nightshade, Medic Shroom, and Magnet, and basically some other guys from the last run. But you're probably thinking, where's the 8th plant? Well, the 8th plant is nothing. Yes, I intentionally put that on the wheel, and you're probably thinking I'm crazy for that. But I'm already crazy, so it's okay though. But, it's okay though, because I did re-roll. And I got Levy Cotton costume, which once again did not really help because he cost 125 sun, which is surprisingly a lot in the daytime without sunflowers. Now obviously if I had sunflowers, this level will be possible regardless, but I'm not going to bring sunflower because it'll just make it boring, so let's move on. Run. We got Doomshroom. I repeat, we got Doomshroom. With no Coffee Bean. And in this game, he's completely useless without Coffee Bean. Yay. But this level is possible. I know, crazy. It's actually possible? Well, beside from level 3 being possible, this level also is. And level 6, we get one plant called Narcissus, which stuns but does very low damage. And the low damage is fine, but the stun is what makes it really good. Plus, it costs only 50 sun, and mind you, the sun from the sky gives you 50 sun. So, yay. Also, we have Garlic, which is okay, and actually kind of helped us at the end. And the other plant that will come in later, and we will talk about later, but let's talk about Statue real quick. Statue is really annoying this challenge. Yes, I know every special zombie is annoying because of random plants, but holy cow, statues literally are almost impossible to kill because low damage, or well, you know, we don't have a way of even stopping them, and no instas, basically. But we did die on the first attempt because, well, I mean, just bogus. But on the second attempt, we got one plant called Ghost Pepper, which is genuinely a really good insta in this game. Like, really, really good. But other than that, though, level 6 is possible, so let's move on. This is the first level, and maybe the last level, that has Sunflower ever seen. And yes, Sunflower makes these levels so easy, like, this is how you're supposed to play the game, duh. But, it's okay though, because, well, with this fact knowing, boom, Paper Thrower and Statues are basically easy to handle, because Sunflowers allow me to get, well, these plants easier. And, well, level 7 is really easy. So everyone just applaud this team for being really goated, honestly. And finally, an easy level that I can just not have to, you know, stress for, I guess. Now, if you ever played this game, you will know that level 10 is known for being somewhat difficult. And well, yeah, with this team, there was not really much going on. But there was a tiny glimmer of hope. There was one plant in this lineup that gave me hope. And everyone give it up for... drum rolls? Serious Watermelon. Yep. So this plant is basically Gloomshroom, which kind of sucks against, well, those guys. And is decent against these guys. The main issue though is, well, one, his short range, because Paper Throwers exist. Yay. Not only that, well, he costs 175, and that's a decent amount for a guy who, well, only has short range. And, well, you're probably thinking, well, did you reroll? Yep. So I rerolled and I got Narcissus, which helped us back a few levels, but dude, there are way too many zombies. Plus, Screen Door actually counters Narcissus, so yay. So I spun again, and I got OQR. And well, OQR is like a weird cattail, but once again, the pricing being 150 is let's just say not the cheapest thing. And plus, Paper Throwers. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, man, Nebulae, your luck is horrible. And well, you be right. But, in this level, it seemed like the wheel is in my favor, to some degree. Now, we didn't hit the jackpot, but we did hit, you know, something, I guess. And we got Sunshroom, which made this level even somewhat possible. Every zombie in this level is 2 times faster, so setting up Sun was a lot harder. But we also had a Rutabaga, which is basically Starfruit in this game. But other than that though, Paper Throwers are still annoying, and this level is possible. Now, I don't know what your definition of best is in this game, but it doesn't matter, because I made the best tier list of every plant in this game, which you should check out in the description. But, bouncing back to this challenge, Zapair is one of those plants that are shockingly enough not talked about a lot. And well, to spark up an idea for you, well, think of this. Zapair costs 100 sun. This plant costs the same as a Peashooter, but this plant can attack in every row if it's placed in the middle, which makes it really good in this level because it's just cost efficient. Not only that, we have other plants that make this level, well, a lot easier, being really cheap, units to help out. And I'd just say level 13 was pretty easy, honestly. Now, yes, I did die, but that's because I was, I was doing something, okay, man. I don't know. Okay, so I did die to a pole vaulter, but it's okay though because on the second attempt, we bounced back. It was easy. I mean, come on, like, the wheel was actually nice to me for once. So other than that, let's jump to the finale of World 1. Now, if you ever play this game, once again, level 14 is a different level from every other level in World 1, which in our case isn't great, but hey, I mean, the changes can't be that bad, right? Okay, so the changes is kill 3 of those target zombies. Kill 3 of them and you win. If you don't, the level keeps going on. And well, the question is, which plants did we get to actually, well, get them? In case you didn't know, there's like a barrier or a line that you can't plant past, to the right, because, well, the zombies are there. So if we don't get plants that can, reach them, and I mean like range, we lose. So the question is, which plant and which plant did we get? Peashooter. Yep, you got Peashooter. Now I know I made it hyped up like, oh, he got a bunch of horrible plants that can't reach. Which, yes, I did get 2 plants that can't reach, or a few actually. But Peashooter literally just solos this level. I'm not even lying. Just get 300 sun, play down your Peashooter, and Peashooter basically just solos. Because the minute you speedrun the zombies, you win. But other than that though, level 14 is possible. But we're gonna move into nighttime, and we're gonna see how good the mushrooms are. And will the wheel ever give me a mushroom in the night world? I just want to say every point past this level, it's gonna suck. Because these 2 sunflowers genuinely carry this level. But let's talk about the plants we got. So we got plasma shroom, and since it's nighttime, plasma shroom doesn't need any coffee beans. So yay. Not only that, let's just be for real here. The other plants I got here are interesting to say the least. Borderline useless to too expensive, and half of them were just not needed, as these 4 can just easily solo the level. Other than that though, level 16 is the only level that is gonna be relatively easy, and I wonder why it is. Maybe the sunflowers. Now, when you think of good plants, you wouldn't think of, well, Scary Shroom. And a lot of people vouch for Scary Shroom in my best tier list video, saying that, oh, he's not that bad. Oh, Scary Shroom is actually pretty good. Well, I guess we'll see if Scary Shroom really that good, because I managed to get him on the wheel again. And this time it's nighttime, so the question is, how good is he? Now, the lineup somehow got really chopped, because I don't know what happened here. Like, we got Snow King for the 18th time, Coffee Bean, because, why not, I guess. Plantern again, Peashooter, Repeater, Walnut, and Levy Cotton. Yeah. See, in case you haven't noticed, and well, if you haven't noticed since level 16, that, sun doesn't fall from the sky. And yes, Scary Shroom is legit cheap as heck. Yeah, we don't have sun to make more of him. Because without Pushroom, these levels are, let's just say, impossible. So on level 17, I did die the first attempt, and I was like, dang, I guess it's impossible then. So my only hope to spin on the wheel and hoping that I got someone that could make sun or Pushroom. So I spun the wheel, and guess who I got? I got Sunshroom! Yes, Sunshroom with Coffee Bean. I know. Now, obviously, Sunshroom makes this level really easy because, once again, it's nighttime, so we don't need, well, Coffee Bean. So Sunshroom can just be played down for free, basically. And once I did that, I guess it shows Scary Shroom true power. See, Scary Shroom isn't the greatest plant, and I think I was a bit harsh in my tier list video back then, but Scary Shroom he's alright, he's alright, he works. And with the power of Sunshroom and Scary Shroom and Walnut to help against, paper throwers, this level is indeed possible. Please be a good plant, 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 please, please, please. Please. Cattail. No hate for Cattail, no hate. Oh wait, no, the run is actually saved. Oh yes. If I open my eyes and this is plant turn, I may just punch my screen. But oh my, no, this level saved. Wait, no, it's not, because I can't get sun. Hey, give me Coffee Bean one more time. When it's nighttime, I'm gonna actually tweak out. Because in the daytime, you did not give me Coffee Bean, besides 2 levels. But now the wheel wants to give me Coffee Bean every single level. Dude, it's nighttime, I don't need Coffee Bean. Okay, wait, okay. Wait, Fume Shroom's also good against newspaper. That's tough. Fire Peashooter. Also, yes, don't mind the names. I know the names are not accurate, Fire Shooter. That's not his name in the game, but bro, I was not gonna type out Fire Peashooter, okay, man? I was not want to do that. Yo. Okay, I'm respinning this because I already have Coffee Bean the team. But why in the world are you so insistent on giving me Coffee Bean? I don't need him because it's nighttime, okay? I need a sun producer. Just give me a sun producer like Gold Bloom, Twin Sunflowers, Sunflower, Sunshroom. Bro, stop giving me Coffee Bean. Please. I know I put you in the F tier when I made that tier list video, but you're taking it way too personal. Way too personal. If I open my eyes at Coffee Bean, I'm ending this video. I'll literally end the video after level 19. Oh, jalapeno. Okay. One more spin. Come on. One more spin. Come on. Do it for the viewers. Don't do it for me. Do it for them. Please be something really good. Really extravagant, magnificent, astounding. Oh, okay. Well, that actually is astounding. Oh, that's astounding. And toxic, you can say. That was a horrible joke. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that little session because, man, getting Coffee Bean for the, 9th time is annoying. And I'm not mad, really, because I got him. Because if I got him in the daytime, it'd be fine. The problem is that I get him at night. Yes, nighttime. When the mushrooms are awake for once. Dude, I don't need Coffee Bean. And you may think, well, Doomshroom. Well, mind you, in this entire challenge, I got Doomshroom once. Yeah. And that time I didn't get Coffee Bean, so I guess Coffee Bean and Doomshroom could not exist in the same universe. So, yay. But let's look at the lineup, right? So you saw the lineup, and it looks pretty interesting. Now, luckily, this level has sun graves, which gives you sun whenever you destroy the gravestone. And it gives you a decent amount of sun. Enough to get a Fume Shroom and stuff, So, we have Sea Shroom, right? Basically, Puff Shroom in this game is the costume for Puff Shroom. The only difference is that, one, it can go in the water, because it's Sea Shroom. But the main difference is that it actually disappears faster, which is not good. But luckily, the zombies aren't heavily spammed in this level, so that's great. And we also have Fume and Toxic Shroom. Dude, Toxic Shroom counters, almost every zombie in this level. I'm not even trying to be funny. Toxic Shroom counters New Paper, counters Screen Door, counters Torch Zombie, counters Imps, counters Basic. Even statues want the thing to break. Genuinely, such a good insta is actually unfunny. Think of Potato Mine, but if it blew up in a 3x3. Oh wait, it's Primal Potato Mine. Well, other than that, this level is possible with a wonderful lineup actually. Very wonderful. Okay, so when you think of a good lineup, what do you think? You think, sunflowers and under some producers, right? And some Peashooters. Well, we got a good lineup. Yes, we finally got a good lineup after a hot minute. A lineup that I can see a real human person, not AI, actually bring to a level. And well, we got Seashroom, aka just Pushroom, but slightly worse. We got Squash to kill basically anything. And every other plant. Heck, even Goldman is somewhat useful in this level. And plus we have Sungraves. So yeah, this level is really easy, to be honest. But quick intermission. Hopefully you're enjoying the video, as this gambling challenge has been a doozy to say the least. And well, you should not gamble at your own cost. But if you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe, and maybe take a gamble with my channel and see if you like it or not. Might as well, right? So other than that, let's move on. Okay, so I found out while editing the video, I did 2 different runs for level 22 with completely different plans because I went to bed last night, obviously, so I did it again by accident. But you'd be fairly shocked on the next level, or not next level, but next run. But this run was chopped as heck. When I say this was probably the worst set of plants you could get in a level, it was genuinely depressing. Like, the best thing I got in this level was Narcissus, Sunshroom, and Garlic Drone. That's all. Everyone else was either borderline useless or legit just useless. And it made me sad. So then, okay, I was gonna, move on from this level, right? And I was editing the video, and then I was like confused because I was editing the second part, or what I thought the next level was. So I thought, well, level 22, right? So I respun the wheel 8 times again as I, went back to editing the next day. And I got Pushroom on the wheel. And I was so happy. Because Pushroom is, well, the GOAT, obviously. I mean, it's better than Seashroom because, well, it's the OG. And when I tell you, Pushroom is somehow better than that entire lineup that I just showed you earlier, I wish I was lying. Now see, this lineup is also chopped, as well most of the plants are too expensive to use. But we have Pushroom. Yes, the 0 cost dude who can kill basically anything in the game. And I was fairly shocked on how far Pushroom and like 4 Scaredy got. Like, I was genuinely surprised. But the reason why this level sucked though, regardless, is because Necromancers. As they make gravestones, and when they make a gravestone, well, that sucks because the gravestones are annoying to say the least. But other than that though, yeah, those are the 2 different runs I had for, well, this level. So let's move on to level 25. Now, if you thought I was going to do level 25 without at least Sunshroom, then you're insane. And before you say, well, you didn't gamble for it, you're right. But mind you, this level was still impossible regardless. Yes, every other plant I spun on the wheel was random. Sunshroom was the only one that was forced on this team. And yet, somehow this team still can't beat this level. There are so many problems with this level that makes it just so difficult. First of all, gravestones. Right now they're tame, but later on the level, they get like heavily spammed, and I didn't get Greybuster, unironically, so yay. Not only that, no lawnmowers, so if we get, messed up by a newspaper, or torch zombie, or a football, well, we have to deal with it with a ghost pepper, or else we lose. And trust me, Scary Shroom and Fume are just not enough in this level, as ghost pepper was basically the backbone for everyone. And well, the last problem, footballs. See, footballs aren't necessarily the worst thing in the game, but they are tanky. And when you have a Scary Shroom that doesn't really do a lot of damage, and a Fume Shroom who has limited range, yeah, you can kind of see the problem. Not only that, I have Doom Shroom, but once again, no Coffee Bean. So yeah, this level was just not possible, even when I had a Sunshroom just forcefully on the team. Okay, so this level could be possible if you have the best Sungrave spawn on Earth. I didn't get that after multiple attempts though, so that kind of sucked. But what didn't suck though is the second attempt. See, what's interesting though, that this first attempt was just horrible. I mean, like, look at the lineup, and I'm not gonna elaborate on it. So the second attempt, right, I respawned the wheel, and I got iceberg lettuce. And at first I thought, weird, like, he's cool, I guess. Like, I guess it works, it's zero cost, you know, it can free zombies. But then I found out this cool meta trick that we should definitely all be doing. So a rutabaga can kill a basic, you know, like by itself, if in case you didn't know that. And well, if you have an iceberg lettuce and you put the iceberg lettuce on the zombie right before it hits the rutabaga, boom, rutabaga can rutabaga can essentially protect itself if you freeze at the right time, which is really cool. Now, obviously the main issue is lack of sun, and once again, if the Sungrave spawns somewhere where rutabaga can't hit, you basically just lose. And not only that, they take forever to break, so even if they did spawn somewhere right, you have to hope that no zombies show up in the wrong lane. Other than that though, yeah, I get the little strategy of iceberg lettuce and rutabaga was kind of funny. And the last level for the video, and for part 1 of this challenge, is level 29, which, oh gosh, it brings all the worst nightmares somehow in one level. I'm not even lying. Like, first of all, we have paper throwers. And, well, paper throwers were already bad in World 1, right? We all know that. But in World 2, with the gravestones, yeah. And lack of sun, yeah. This level was just not it. Not only that, the wheel. I mean, like, dude, no sun producers, not even a single cheap plant besides Toxic Shroom. And last time I checked, Toxic Shroom can't soul the entire level. So, yeah, this level is just not possible. Mainly because of sun reasons. Now, obviously, if I had Sun Shroom or Sunflower, I could beat this level with Fume Shroom and Toxic Shroom, but the wheel didn't want to give me it, no matter how hard I tried. But other than that, though, this is the final level of the challenge, and final part, or this is the first part to the challenge, and part 2 will be on pool and fog. But other than that, let's move on. Now, you made it to the end of the video, and if you want to comment down the theme, then put it in the comment. Now, please put the right theme in the comments, but other than that, people want me to do a re-ranking of every plant in PvZ Neighborhood Defense, and I will be doing that soon, because, well, I mean, these challenges have definitely changed my perspective on a lot of plants. For the better or worse, but other than that, hopefully the next tier list doesn't make everyone just mad, and, well, I am out.